sapphire. Now you'll notice sapphire comes in a range of so many different colors. As I mentioned earlier, sapphire is part of the corundum family, which is also ruby, but ruby is only ever red, whereas sapphire is actually every other color. So it could be pink, yellow, blue, purple, bronze. There's a whole variety of colors there. We think of sapphire as blue, but it's actually, like you can see from what we have here on the table, there's like the most gorgeous other colors which you may not have ever even realized were sapphire. And I always love seeing this amazing structure within the stone. Really kind of takes me to another realm sometimes, sapphire. So yeah, we do have all of our sapphire on the website, so you can always have a look at this online, any of these pieces. I'm going to start with the pendants first, and you'll notice that we do have some of the beautiful blues like this piece here. And you'll also notice it's, I think we often think of sapphire as a very gemmy, clear blue stone, which of course it does naturally come like that, but that is very high grade, often reserved for fine jewellery, and is often extraordinarily expensive if it is natural. Sapphire is actually found a lot in Australia, so we've got a huge deposit of sapphire here. KPGJ 2957 is this gorgeous marquee shaped piece for $175. Now I'm going to go through and show all of these pieces on after I've shown a few. So I might just do all the blue pieces first, and then I'll do the gold. And some of these pieces actually have a combination, like this piece here. How beautiful is that? Where you can see all of the different, it kind of reminds me of, when you look at a tree, like a tree that's being cut, and you can see the different rings and the different lifespan of that tree. I feel like it must be a bit the same with crystals, where you've got these different layers forming around it, and it's obviously been through some different stages and phases in its lifetime to have those different mineral deposits or things going on within the earth to show those beautiful things. So this piece is KPGJ 2141, and that's $175. I think this must be one of my favorite pieces that's on the table, just because it does have that really interesting kind of like a little portal in there, and a little bit of a flash as well. Thank you for sharing as well, Sage. I'll just add you to our share list there. Just give me a sec. Where have I popped it? Sage as well. Thank you, Sage. Okay, so the next piece, this one also has a bit of a nice flash going on of some different colors. So this sort of sapphire would not obviously be considered the highest grade sapphire, but it still carries a beautiful energy. So the sapphire energy, it's known as a stone of wisdom. It's really a good one for helping to connect us up through from the throat up into the higher chakras, and it's also a stone of peace and balance. It really brings such a expanded energy and helps us to access our inner knowing in a really like almost like you're channeling your own inner knowing a bit more clearly. So KPGJ 2142 is this beautiful piece for $185. And the last of the blues is this one here, which again has some of the bronze in a bit of a little bit of that corner over there. So sapphire is also known as a stone of royalty. KPGJ 2144 is $265, so that's probably a slightly more deep blue than some of the others, and a bit of a nicer quality piece, that one too. So yeah, it's said to also help with prophecy, and therefore I guess that connection to royalty, like lapis. It's some of those stones that allow people to connect a little more deeply into their own wisdom and truth. Often were reserved for royalty and people who were like prophets and that sort of thing. And I suppose the average person was didn't have the access to these sorts of gems. And so we're pretty lucky these days, that we can access these in such beautiful jewellery, and they can certainly help us to restore some balance. Particularly with sapphire, it's helpful to restore balance in the mind, and also helps to relieve mental tension as well. So I'm just going to take off that beautiful Moldavite combo piece. So I'll start with the first one, which was the marquee shape. Love the colour of these. So that you can see they're quite good size pendants, these ones. I'm just going to tuck that in. It's not really the right shape to wear with these collars, but that's okay. That's the marquee. That was code, what was it? Sorry, I should have done that first. Code 2957 for $175. Next one was the oval with the flash. I showed second. So I'll try and move, oh, I haven't got the natural light today because I closed the curtains, but I'll try to show from a few different angles to get that flash without knocking my glass of water over. There we go. Forgot that was right there. Probably should move it. The third piece I showed, this was 2142. So again, nice medium-sized piece of sapphire. And the last one, which we just showed at the end, so yeah, it's a good stone of alignment, I think is another good word. It helps to align the different planes, like our energetic, mental, physical, spiritual, and that's where you get that cohesive energy to access that inner wisdom. So yeah, it's also a stone of I was going to say, I think it is fidelity, actually, yeah. So that's why often, like, people will wear sapphire as one, like an engagement ring or a wedding ring, because it does have that property to it, or believed to help that property. I'm going to do the golden sapphires next. So golden sapphires can have a bit of a different energy to the blue. I feel like they've got a bit more of a grounded energy to them, but also with that gorgeous flash, they kind of open up different levels of your awareness as well. It's quite an interesting one to work with. No raw sapphire in pendants. I do actually, just reminded me, I do have some crystals of raw sapphire though. So 2962, this one is 310 for the golden sapphire. Let me just go quickly. Oh, I'll grab them in a minute. I'll do the pendants and then don't let me forget. I left them on my desk. This is another beautiful golden sapphire as well with really nice flash. Let's get some red tones in that one. So that was 2963 for 285. There are two larger pieces. I love the setting of that one. Then we have a faceted sapphire, which we've got some beautiful faceted golden sapphire in rings as well. And that one is 140, very good price, 2960. That's also got quite a beautiful setting on it. It's quite a solid setting. That would look really lovely, I feel like, on a longer belcher chain or something. Now, the last two pieces we originally had as ruby, but they are technically sapphire because they don't really have that really rich red color. They're more of like a deep purpley bronze. So these are little star sapphires. This one is 74, code 2560. And the last petite one we have is this little one here, which is almost like a double star. You can see there's almost like two next to each other. So it's not as clear in a single star. That one's only $60 and 2561. You could wear one of those little petite ones on a microbead. I think would look really lovely. We do have a couple of the sapphire microbead necklaces still in stock. I'll quickly show that. I might actually show that on the microbead. So the sapphire is $50 and it's a 1.5 mil. I'll just double check the bead size on those, but I'm pretty sure that is correct. Or 1.9, it's a little larger, closer to 2 mil. Some of these were, micro beads were unfortunately, and even our bracelets at one point, we had a set of calipers and they were not taking a very clear reading because we had to read them, and unfortunately they were a little inaccurate. So over time we've had a few issues with some bead sizes being said to be a little larger than they actually were, a little smaller than they actually were. So apologies if you come across something that's a little out of, we are gradually working through to get them all updated. I'm just going to pop this little sapphire on the micro bead to show on, and then I'll do the rest on the collar. Does anyone have a beautiful sapphire in their collection? I'd love to know, is it the stone that you resonate with, or have you worked with much at all? How pretty is that? The little star sapphire is quite pretty. So these micro beads, they are so gorgeous, even just on their own. If you just want a really nice, simple way to wear your gemstones. That was hard to get out for some reason. But we also have some nice petite pieces that can go on these as well. Yes, I have your piece, Lisa. It's waiting for you for next time you place an order. We'll send it. You haven't got a sapphire, been waiting for this to come on so you could see. Hooray. All right, well, I'm just going to quickly show these next few pendants, I should say, and then I'll go grab the crystals of sapphire to show, because they are beautiful natural sapphires, and they're not overly expensive either. So that's the large golden one, which is quite a big mama, as you can see, and when it catches the light from the right angle, you do get that amazing flash. It's probably not the right lighting just here. I'll see if I can turn around and get... There we go. When you get the actual lighting right, you get that beautiful beam of golden light. It has a very grounding feel to it, actually. It's like, it's kind of grounded but expansion as well. I get a very interesting sense in my body when I wear this. I also have the other larger one, which is the rectangle. So, sorry, that was 310 and 2962. This one is 2963 and 285. So this has quite a beautiful setting on it. Rectangle. I'll show that in a few different lights as well. So again, depending on the light, you'll get flash from possibly different angles, as with all of these beautiful, slightly flashy stones. Yeah, I like the setting of that one. And then the last one was the golden sapphire, which was the faceted one, 2960 for 140. And that is the faceted one, catches a lot of beautiful light. I think that's quite a stunning. It kind of looks like a shell from this angle for some reason, like an ammonite. I don't know why. There was a darker patch where it looked a bit like a spiral. So that is all of the larger golden sapphire pieces. We do have one more petite one there, which I'll put up. This is a bit too big a collar for it, but this was the $74 2560. Hey, Christy Lee. Thank you. I think they're meant to be succulents, actually, which I absolutely love succulents and anything nature, really. Funny that, right? Yes, there you go. So that's the other little petite piece, the other star sapphire. Okay, so just while I've got it around this way, I do have one pair of sapphire earrings. So I should take mine off, actually. These are gorgeous, amazonite, which we actually do have ones just like that in stock. They're one of my favorite pairs of earrings, I have to say. That is the faceted sapphire. So they are like a blue-grey colour, which I'll show you in just a second. Turn this one around. So the blue sapphire, they're sort of blue and gold. That one is probably a little more blue. That one's got a bit more flash on it. That's code KEGJ1015 for $70. They're quite a thin pair of earrings, so they don't have a lot of weight. And that is the only pair of sapphire earrings that we have. Okay, I'm going to go and very quickly grab the crystals. Just give me a moment. Okay, we've got them in different sizes in bags, but I don't seem to have a price on them. Okay, just give me a sec. I'm guessing they must have been put on the website. I'll just get the prices for them. Maybe they're in the back end of the website, or maybe they have not been priced properly. Okay, I do have them here. So they range in price from $14 to $26, depending on the size. Here we go. Let me just bring those up. So the prices of them, I might just write on the bags. Just give me one sec, just so I don't. So 4 to 5 grams is $14. Then we have the 6 to 7 grams, which is $18. Then we have 8 to 9 grams, which is $22. And we have a $26 one as well. Okay, so I'll just show, this is the largest one that we have for $26. I'll just pull the one out for you guys to look at first. So these are all natural and raw ones. So this one is $26. So you can see the natural shape, and they're all like a deep blue colour. So that is a natural sapphire crystal. Hello, Kelly. Hi, Diane, as well. I'm spoilt when it comes to sapphires. Your father-in-law had claims mine up in Rubyvale. Oh, cool. Whoops. And you got party sapphire. Oh, my God, it would look like a party too. So this is 11 grams, and this is $26. So we then have... So I've just got the one that's $26 there. We continue. So the other sapphires are $22 each. We'll call them A and B. I blessed them. They must have needed it. That's all I'm going to say about that. We won't talk about my clumsiness. Anyway, 22 each says A or B. I'll leave those ones out. Give those a little bath too, shall we? And then we also have the next lot, which is lucky. Well, they're obviously water safe crystals anyway. Yeah. Oh, it's more just annoying because all the tags I'll have to redo. But thankfully, there's only a few pendants and all the rings are up on stand, so I'm actually not that fussed. It is only water. $18 is the next size down, which is 6 to 7 grams. I might just leave them in the packs, and then if you guys want to see them, let me know. But if you're buying these online, obviously we just do like a bit of an intuitive pick for you of the sapphires. So the smallest ones are 4 to 5 grams and $14. So that is all of our sapphires, which, yeah, they're actually not on the website yet, but they will be. Never mind. We will continue. So I'll do the rings next. And if you just give me one moment, I'm just going to just check. I've just noticed something on the website. I just need to make a note. Just a sec. So raw sapphire and pink. Okay, beautiful. All right, we're good. Let's go on to the sapphire rings next. I might just move this water off the table now. Even better to actually drink some so that then it served its purpose in 2 ways. All right, sapphire rings. So starting up the top, you'll notice there's a few different colours. We'll start with the size 7 up here first. So these are the ones that some people might call ruby, but are actually sapphire. So this one's got a really pretty star. It's a nice simple design and doesn't sit too high. So that's the star sapphire size 7. Yeah, the kids are good. We've had oh, look, it's been school holidays, but they have still been in care quite a few days because I've had to work. But it's just been a very, very busy couple of weeks, I'll be honest. Trying to take on the job of packer and marketing social media and also managing the business. Hasn't given me any time to pack my house, but anyway. KRGJ 1943, I think that is. That little one is 105. But yeah, the boys are good. They're good. They're been helping me do a little bit of a declutter of their toys because they've ended up with a lot of stuff since we've lived in this house. It's been such a good opportunity to clear. Now, I think this has got to be one of my favourite pieces in sapphire. I love that hexagonal shape in the middle with the star, and the colour of it too is really pretty. That one is 209. Size 8, code 3177. Nice solid band on that one. Beautiful flash. Yeah, they are excited about moving actually. You know, it's funny, as much as I love the house that I live in now. It's spacious and it's, you know, got a really good layout for a business as well as family life. The next place also does have a good kind of separation for work and family life. And yeah, it's smaller, but I think I'm going to look forward to that just because it'll be more manageable for me. Now this one has little brass accents on either side, and then you've got the beautiful star sapphire. I nearly called it ruby. $149 and code KRGJ317. I'm going to call that a 4. I'm sorry, it could be a 9. I might have to double check on the website what that one is. That is also a design that we've actually sold a lot of. I think that's the last one I have in stock with the little brass accents. And the next one is another favourite. This comes with a hammered band, and it's another beautiful purple sapphire. So that's got some really nice sheen and flash and colour. One moment. Oops, there we go. Says a 9 on the website. Was that... Oh, thank you. I might just make that a bit clearer just so that we can... Anyone else who's watching this can know that that was a 9. 9. There we go. Thank you, Christy Lee. Okay, and then I can't remember if I told the price of this one. $209, $3188. And next is a 10. So we do have a good variety of sizes in these pretty purple sapphires. That's a really nicely set one. I like that. So size 10, got a bit of a double setting on that one. That's $2505 for 100. I must be so boring. I just like the standard split bands. Do you know what? I actually really like simple settings too, but you know, some people really don't like those settings. Some people really do. Everyone likes different things, which is why I sort of aim for a bit of variety in our settings. But yeah, it's really just what, you know, it's about as unique as people's taste in anything really. Another beautiful star in this one, and I think that looks like it's an 8, which it is. And the hammered style on that kind of gives it a really unique look too. 3187 is 137. That's a very good price on that one actually. And I might just pop that back with the 8s. Oops. And the last one, oh, this is a nice big chunky one. This is a size 11. Very pretty colour as well. Now you can sort of notice on the side of that one, it looks a little white just here. So that would be part of an inclusion of the stone. Sometimes I've even, like you can see sometimes some black inclusions in ruby too. Ruby sapphire, I should say. Still calling it ruby. This does look a bit like ruby to me, but you know, some of them, as I said, can be very borderline. KRGJ 3189 and 219. I have 2 screens running so I can see the live and the website surrounded by crystal magic. I love that. That's kind of what I end up doing. I've got my iPad, and then I've got, yeah. I don't end up having the live running though at the same time. I'd get too distracted. So that's all the purple ones. Now I'm going to move to a really pretty blue faceted sapphire. This is a size 7. This is actually one of our newer arrivals, so I think this might be one of the only pieces that may not be on sale at the moment. The rest of the sapphire collection is. I just think that's got so much pretty flash, and it really sits nice and flat too. Very comfortable ring. I love that design. Really comfortable setting. So that is $249 and PRGJ 484. It's a size 7. So we've kind of got a mix of blues and the golden colour sapphires in this next row. Next is also a 7 in the bronze sapphire. It's quite a pretty little piece. Very flashy, that one. 1804 is the code, and that one is $100. Another beautiful faceted golden sapphire next. I've only got 2 of these left. These have a lot of really pretty flash with the facets. I love those sort of flat cut stones. That one there is 2287 and $90. Wow, that's a good price, hey. So that's a nice simple split band style. And then we've got another one which is also a size 9. This is a more of a free-form shape, but gosh, it's got beautiful colour and flash. Really nicely faceted stones. I must admit, I remember a while ago someone asked me where these particular golden sapphires were sourced from, and I need to double check with my supply. I never ended up getting an answer to that, so I'll have to double check, because they can be found in different parts of the world, obviously. India has a lot of sapphires as well. 2283, size 9 is 90. I think someone was asking whether they were from Africa. There must be somewhere in Africa that does these golden sapphires. Too small, 2283 for Karen. Nice choice, Karen. That's so pretty. Very beautiful. Do you already have a piece of the golden sapphire, Karen? In a pendant or earrings or something? I can't remember, but I was going to say it's if I can get some nice little faceted pieces of it again, I'll try and get some little pendants that could be a good match for that. I have had earrings in that before, little freeform facets, but I kind of bought them at the same time as the ring, so I can't guarantee if I could get them in again. Sometimes there's just, you know, you'll find batches of stones that you get, and then that's the only time that you can get them. All right, the next we'll do is the size. This has been crossed out. I think it said it was a 10, but it looks like it's been remarked as a 9, which I would say is accurate. So this has an interesting kind of half-half thing going on. Depending on which angle you look at, you get flash on different angles. Isn't that cool? It's kind of like a yin-yang, but that flips. So that's got quite an interesting look to it. That is 245 and 1617. It is a 9, not a 10. You do have a pendant. For some reason, I had a feeling you did. Well, that'll go nicely together. And next we have this statement-sized sapphire, which has both the blue and the bronze. I was trying to see if I can get this, if this has a bit of a flash on it or not. Doesn't look like it's got much of a flash. That is a size 10. Teardrop or square I like in rings or pendants. Not too round, you're not too crazy about. See, that's the thing. Everyone's got their own unique style. Like, ask Claire, Miss Claire, and she'll probably tell you that round was her favourite. So that's why it's good to have a bit of everything. Otherwise, you'd all be fighting over the same things. KRGJ1618 is a size 9. It's 245. And I just wanted to say, I noticed there is a line through the front of this. It does not go through, just so that, yeah, people are aware. That is, I am aware of that, but it's just part of the stone itself. You do get a lot of that line work through sapphire. The next one is probably my favourite ring out of the blues. It's got a really good flash on it. Claiming 484, been wanting to see that one. Thanks, you are welcome. Just one moment and I will grab that for you. That's got beautiful flash. That is 245 and 1615. That is a size 10. It does have a slightly thick band. I can double check the sizing of it. It does feel like it might be a little slightly smaller than a 10. I feel mine changes. Sometimes I'm drawn to teardrops, other times round. Do you know that if you go on our website, there is actually a blog that tells you all about different gemstone shapes and what they mean? Because different shapes do have an impact on the energy of a piece too. So just confirming, Kelly Elliott, I have got this beautiful piece for you. It is stunning. I'm just going to flip it the other way as well so you can see it flashes from both sides. Very, very pretty piece.